You can hop down.
You can come.
We started already.
I'm talking and you just pass me. Even no matter how small I am, I say let me find out. Then you started going.
What did you fight?
Look at me very well, old past you.
No, we are not here.
Come on, that age. Don't come me to be a kid here.
Please ask the person who has the least document. Don't take it personal.
I said let him find out. I'm not a human being.
Bring the person now.
How should I bring it?
You don't want to bring it, then let another person bring it.
We're talking about arrogance.
Which uniform is going to license to enforce people with the cover? I mean, you that by talking, you know, even boycott, you say you're going to look for the news.
I said let me call him.
Can't
you wait for me?
I can't wait. I can't wait for my rights.
Which was your right?
My fundamental human rights.
So let them go there and check. That's why I said you check.
Okay, so go and check. That's your job.
Show. Show.
Standing here, it's a part of law. They have a gallery.
Asking whether
People are not present in court. It's not the court. That's why the people are against it. Other people who can also learn. You don't need to explain that. Everything is just making complex.
So,
whether you like it or not, Buhari will be going.
okay, so what we have now at the Federal High Court is that they made a list of those that will be allowed into the court premises. And this is what we are here to battle with, as you can see.
No, that's the fact. That's the fact.
In the court of law, whereby people have rights to witness court hearing. They have lists for people who would access the court premises. And as you can see over there, those are workers. As you can see, those are, I'm not videoing you, those are what I'm doing. Oh, it's scared. Yeah? I said I'm videoing behind. What? Alaye ti change you. So as you can see, people are over there unable to enter the court premises as well.
In this court, the trial of my friend Nnamdi Kanu. A courtroom is incomplete except the public observes proceedings in court. And if it's a secret trial, the public must be informed that it is a secret trial. You cannot have a secret trial in a public courtroom. So I want to sit right in front of the judge in the gallery to observe what is happening in the court of justice. Because they have assured us, even in their own limited tolerance, that Kanu will get justice in this court. We want to observe it. So, and he's my friend, as you guys are. And I've said it repeatedly. It's not a crime to ask for self-determination. If you get involved in a bad marriage, you seek counseling. If counseling don't work, you can ask for divorce. Yes. And before divorce, you can go for separation. Right? So there's nothing wrong with that. Nigeria is no longer working for a lot of people. It has never worked as a country. I mean, it has worked as a country, but not as a nation. But for us to make it work as a nation, we must listen to everybody who is called in Nigeria. You can't force people to be Nigerians if they don't have the dignity of being called Nigerians. So anybody that's asking questions about the nationhood of Nigeria, you can't just cram them into detention. And when you release them on bail, you go to their houses and kill them. And when they run away from the country, you go and adopt them back into the country and extraordinarily rendition them and bring them into court. You know, and you say that people cannot talk, people cannot come to court. And when we come to court, you bring your hooded men in uniform to be harassing people. And we told them, the DSS, the police, and all of them that are security agencies today, they are working at the mercy of the so-called Nigerian people. When we say we want to enter somewhere, there are duties to follow us. Yesterday, I was out here to protest on NSAS anniversary. They stopped us here in front of the courtroom as well. They didn't allow us to go to the National Assembly. We told them clearly, you have no right to do that because we are the owners of all the structures and institutions we find here. Yeah. So, and we must keep emphasizing that it's not acceptable to keep behaving this way as far as our security is. In fact, the security agencies have nothing or should have nothing to do preventing people from entering the courtroom. They can protect the premises of the courtroom if they feel there are credible threats. But I've not seen anybody here who is threatening the peace of this court. Nobody. Except one question. Except of course the government. From going to the they said they are going to check at a list. I don't expect my name to be on any special list. I am a member of the public. And when you hear that people are being tried in court, it's always listed one person and others. I'm usually part of the others. That is perpetually sued for all kinds of. You're correct. I have over 10 lawsuits in this courtroom. Yeah. Civil lawsuits, criminal lawsuits. I have lawsuits that are filed against the government. So I have even a right to come and be checking on the progress of my cases. So why should anybody prevent me or say that my name was on the my name is on at least 10 special lists in this courtroom. If you can't find it in the courtroom, my name is on the security watch list in the country. So I'm here in Abuja. I have a duty to attend to why you restricted me to Abuja for 2 years. So let's pay attention to what maybe they have found. I see you addressed in Igbo gap. Yeah, special sir. Hello? This is an African gap. It's a combination of everything.
As you can see, they are checking list now.
Can you go on and
I am coming from there now. I like to join the leader of the.
I think there are several.
You don't come here. You come to the
end. If you are worried, what exactly are you worried about? That I'm carrying weapons? So what's the question? Why?
Allow you to join the leader of. Look, allow you to join the leader of.
So let me get to that.
Let me get to that. The leader has gone inside. He will come and clear them. This is your brother. The leader has gone inside.
Everybody is my brother.
Just allow him to get there.
Everybody is my brother. That's why everybody is my brother. That's why
allow him to get there.
Former presidential candidate. Somebody of that caliber. One-time presidential candidate. Why do you not have in the country?
The voice of the voiceless. So that we know you.
Where's my Ghana music? For the entertainment.
So,
we are proud of you. We are proud of you. Yes.
Don't worry, no comment.
Okay, so right now, as you can see, everywhere is blocked, right from no access to the other side of the road. As you can see, they've all blocked all access to the courtroom. Both police, DSS, all here. You can see the reporters, everybody standing, trying to access the court. And as you can see over there, yeah, that's the entrance to the courtroom, the gate. You can see the number of people standing out there, locked out of the court premises.
Don't speak with somebody. Hello?
You can see this are also lawyers standing out here who were denied access to the courtroom. You can imagine if someone working in the courtroom is denied access to where he works, then you should understand what the situation is here.
If your bosses are allowed to ask you to do anything, your boss can carry out from there. You see that you're doing
if I can.
You can see
Arba.
Daga shi durun uwar gaba.
hey.
Hey, Martin.
Hey.
Wait, move this one.
Are you mama?
Don't control her. Don't control her. Don't control her.
They should be arrested. They should be arrested. They should be arrested. Why can't you arrest him? They are here to attack us. Are you not a security agency? Why can't you arrest them? Why can't you arrest them?
Never been able to attack me.
It's a lie.
Move back up, step back. Step back. Don't show that you're not
No arrest, no arrest. Nobody arrest. Everybody stands as if you are not Can you imagine? Can you imagine what is happening in this country? Not simple arrest. People are keeping quiet as if nothing is happening. Can you imagine this in this country? What is happening?
Now you can confirm this thing. That's why you're interviewing. You see, you can confirm what happened.
I'm live, sir. My family is live. I was supposed from nowhere. That's why we say
our job is to report. I'm live. Our job is not to prevent. Dịka unu si fụ, o nwere ndị bịalụbịa wakpo mgbe omesoro ebe ọ na-achọ iweta obodo na ụlọikpe. Dịka ndị a bịa wakpo ya, ndị a na-asụ Hausa, ndị bịara ịwakpo ndị
They are the ones behind them now. They're starting to find them. Now look at you, they have the flag.
I thought that
Can you go stand there? Come here.
They are the ones who brought them now. They are the ones who brought them.
Can you imagine this? Not even one action. Not even one. Too unfortunate. Too unfortunate.
You think we'll be intimidated?
You put them there.
Arrest him!
Check the pocket, check the pocket, check the pocket.
Women.
One could
Akokudi are not caught. One could
Let's go back. Enough is enough. Imagine.
Bandits!
This guy is come on,
You don't have shame.
Ask them who invited them.
Who sent you? Who sent you? Enough is enough. Journalists will defend this country. Take their pictures. Enough is enough.
Can you imagine what is happening here?
Everybody. Arrest these people. Arrest them. They were sponsored to come and scatter this place. Arrest them.
Arrest them!
I want to see them, but not only arrest. I want to see them. Not only arrest.
Well, they don't arrest them, but you won't follow them, bro. You won't go drop them for their house.
Don't go to the house now.
No wonder.
Inside the court. Why would you say so? Why would you say police see them leave them?
Inside there.
Inside there.
At the moment, they left them.
Police do anything that is not according to this thing that you
Officer, if the person attacked to be anybody in government, the person would have been arrested them by now. Because now sowore now, you now leave them to do what they want. Now be this.
Camera.
Yes.
Those who hit him.
Yes.
Is it the guy who brought him?
It's one brother.
Watch your sight. Watch your sight. Watch your sight. And the first one you want to checkpoint. The first one you want to checkpoint. Okay now. Blue. Why the people? What's the word?
Zona.
He came after we exchanged things and we started together. These guys came from nowhere. And we from nowhere.
We detect security. We detect security here.
Arresting journalists. What the fact is, it's unfortunate.
Arrest what?
Arrest what? Why? Who allowed them for the first place? What are they arresting? For the first place. That's what I want to do. Who allowed them?
Stop lawyers.
That's what I want to do. Who allowed them?
And you allow William P?
With all this security, all this
You allow William P?
to start beating people.
Stop lawyers.
They perform for about 3 minutes here. 3 good minutes. 3 good minutes. Yeah, they perform. And they were watching them.
They allow hoodlums to enter. They allow hoodlums, they stole hoodlums, walking from the top one. I was telling them here, getting was arrested, right in front of them. You come up with this in your camera. For without the security here,
They brought them now.
no, it's not acceptable.
This
is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And then the problem with the jeep. They go with the jeep. Who brought them? Who brought them with the
Step back. Step back. Let me step back.
You're a devil. You must push me. You're a devil. It's okay now. You're a devil. It's okay. Stop! This man is very insulting. You're a madman. Nobody insulting. You're a madman. Nobody insulting. You're a madman.
To put the man inside this guy is not this. They are sending in good ones.
See them. Hey.
Come to my office and give statement. If I did, I arrest them. You want them. Okay, go to my office and give statement. Okay, come to my office. Then you now come to the office and give me statement. You see the attack.
This argument is not supposed to matter here. Eh?
Now, you are late to enter the court.
Ross, I beg, come.
You guys have a list of their No, we have a safety situation here.
It's not safety. Look at the situation. It's rowdy. It's rowdy. You are aware. You know.
Wait.
No, I'm down. You should I will calm you down. Calm your people down also.
There's nobody who is agitated. You are the only one who is agitated.
No. I'm talking to you. I know I'm talking to you.
Where are you going, Where are you going?
As you can see, they are chasing all the reporters and people standing here. They are chasing them away, all to cover up that it is because it was their presence that led to the hoodlum that attacked Sowore. As you can see.
Finally, he came to the court. He's painting the same criminal.
See, one thing an Nigerian should understand is this: when you don't know your rights, then you fall victim of it. Courtroom is not a private place. It is a public place whereby every citizen has the right to witness a court sitting, a court hearing. And that's what Sowore has come to do here today with some other well-meaning Nigerians who are also been denied of entering the court premises. Now you can see these are lawyers who could not access the courtroom as well. See them, they are lawyers. So asking that what is someone doing in court if he has a court hearing today or not is not a good question. The question should be, why are people being denied of entering a courtroom, which is meant to be a public place? One court. Can you hear that? Only in one court. There are 11 courts in the federal court.
Just another only lawyer. This guy should stay outside. That's all. Even please became the clear. If government lawyer, they cannot go. All of us now want government lawyers. Government lawyers. Even you cannot go to court. I'm going. This is a pathetic situation. I will show them my authority. This is a shame, a national shame. So what sovereignty are you protecting? I will show them my authority. Lawyers cannot enter court. They still allow me to do it. Where is the republic? Republic of Ghana.
Just heard from a lawyer who has been denied access into the courtroom as well.
Because of the case of one person. In a civilized country, you don't even know that anything is happening here. In a civilized country, the trial will go on successfully and nobody will know that anything is happening around here. We are still operating to 18th century security. Where is this guy? It's not proper.
And this is what happens when you allow criminals to be Chief Justice of the Federation.
It's not proper. In a civilized country, you will not know that anything is happening here. You will not know.
See problem.
In a country like Nigeria, you still allow armor tanks. You still do armor tank things.
They are accusing you at the fact that you are the problem of this country. They are accusing you guys.
In a civilized country like Nigeria.
In
a civilized country like Nigeria, you still operate physical security.
They are accusing me behind that you are the cause, that you lawyers are the problem of this country. Police are accusing you.
In a civilized country like Nigeria, you don't know that anything is happening here today. My little colleague. Thank you.
Sorry, are you a medium?
Yeah.
So you still ask human beings to come and stand as security?
Can you take me briefly?
Okay. So here is one of the lawyers who have been denied access to.
No, I'm not denied access.
Oh, you are not. You just came out. Oh, okay. I think he has one or two things to tell us.
Yes, I'm one of the council, legal council representing
Okay.
And I came all the way from Port Harcourt. I know my humble self, I own Muchi. Yes, I was in there, for that high court, but because something came up with my hotel where I lodged, so the management of the house called me. It's a matter of urgency to come. So that's why I'm leaving the court now. But however, to lend support and the voice, is in support of those who have been denied access to the Federal High Court. Well, I'll say why others may laugh, they may rather cry over the melancholy of our great talent. The uncertainty of law and dilemma of justice is attributed to the fact that in the realm of law and justice in Nigeria, there are interventions from the government of the day and the security operatives.
Okay.
Now, when we arrived here this morning, we saw DSS barricade the district, and they are still barricading the Federal High Court gate and the other premises. When I asked why, they said they got the order, an order from above to do so. I said, who gave the order? Was it from the presidency, Mr. President himself, or Director of DSS? They didn't say anything. My Lord, sorry, Nigerians and the entire, universe. What is playing out here is that some who are holding guns, those who hold the gun, and intimidating those who are learned. So, when I asked, they didn't give me any answer. I said that order, wherever it has come from, cannot be above the right of counsel to appear in any court in Nigeria. As every lawyer, as lawyers and law, every lawyer or each lawyer has a right, a federal right, and we call it right of appearance, to appear in any court in Nigeria. And the same right, the same law that gives lawyers right of appearance to appear in any court in Nigeria. The cases of abuse of power in third world countries like totalitarian regimes, their agents and servants, leading to great loss of life, rights, resources, etc., too notorious to need repetition. Only few countries like Nigeria can count themselves lucky to have their judicial system, have a buffer like our judicial system in the Supreme Court and the vanguard, protecting ordinary citizens from abuse of power at the high and mighty government and from the tyranny of petty officials at the lowest level who make it their main purpose in life to see that the day-to-day existence is as pleasant as possible. All those who come with official contact with them. So what we experience here is tyranny of petty officials of the DSS, executive lawlessness. So that's my take.
Okay, sir, will you mind telling Nigerians that is it in anywhere written in the Constitution or in the Judiciary Act that a list of invites will be made for any court hearing? That is there anywhere where it is written that for anyone to witness a court hearing that there should be a list of some particular people who will be allowed into the court premises to witness a trial?
My brother, any list limiting the number of persons that should go in the Nigerian courts, to listen to proceedings, such list is absurd. It's unconstitutional, it's not acceptable, it's illegal. However, it is the laws are united, the authorities are united. That the right for public to listen to proceedings of Nigerian courts are ensured in our constitution. And then also, if we look at legal practitioners, lawyers generally, upon call to the Nigerian bar, they are entitled to appear in any Nigerian court. Now, lawyers have come from Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, Port Harcourt, like myself. Many of them are at the gate there, many out there. Not allowed, they stop from entering into the court. They have the right to appear. So for today, being the 21st day of October 2021, the right of lawyers to appear in any court in Nigeria has been stopped, has been denied them, has been infringed upon by the federal government and DSS, to be specific.
Okay.
That's my take.
One last question, sir. Now, what assurance will you give Nigerian as per what is happening right now? Because I could remember the first time they brought Nnamdi Kanu to court. In fact, it was a total shutdown. The shutdown was massive than this. And they also denied lawyers access to the courts, to the court premises. And now it's happening again. Now the question is, if they can deny lawyers from entering their workplace, then what assurance do the Nigerian populace have that the lawyers can even defend them in the courtroom without being controlled by the government?
Yeah, but the entire country is helpless. Let's tell you the truth. We have the systemic failure. Everything that is normal, that is constitutional in this country has failed. My brother, the very foundation of this very country is not even constitutional. So it is not even accepted by the people. Now, the Nigerian constitution, as the constitution of the federal government in 1999 has amended, being a forged document that tells a lie about itself, is the very first problem of this country. The constitution was not made by the people of this country. And it tells a lie in this preamble that we, the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, having firmly resolved to make, give, and enact the following question for ourselves. All right, it's a lie. Right from my early days, every day as a student, I've been told to classify a document that tells a lie about itself, one document. When I looked at the preamble of the constitution, it says we, the people. Now, the Constitution of the United States of America is valid. It's autochthonous. It was made after the failure of the Article of Confederation, which was sought to be amended by the 55 representatives of the 13 colonies turned states that made up the United States of America, and on the 14th day of May, 1789. The Constitution was made on this year, in that year, and Confederate Congress ratified the state Constitution and became the Constitution today. But in our case, with the military government and people, some persons and all that, to make generate a constitution to favor a section, an instrument of manipulation. It's not. So our very problem in this country is that our union is illegal, our marriage is, not acceptable, our constitution is forged document that tells the lie about this. That's my thing.
All right, thank you very much. What's the name once again?
Well, I remember I almost said I owe Muche. I almost said you were Muche.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hello, sir. Like where? Which one would be done? Sahara. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I get there.
Just go to the page.
Newspaper?
No.
Okay.
The tactic is to use third parties attacking my person with the hope of discouraging me. I would never be discouraged. Some good news is that Nnamdi Kanu is inside, brought to court. They have no option than to bring him physically to court. That's our request. Terrible news is that I have not been allowed to go into the courtroom, and I have a right as a citizen of this country to witness any court trial, except if it is expressly said to be a closed or secret trial. So that is where we are right now. The policemen are all around, but as you know, they were aware of the attack, they encouraged it, and when it was over, they were pretending that nothing happened. So, just so that I'm still here, and we'll be broadcasting to you live from the entrance of the Federal High Court here in Abuja, where we are witnessing the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. So that's what we are here to do. Nobody should be worried about me or my safety. This comes with the territory of the work that we have chosen and the course that we are engaging in this country. This is what should be understood clearly and unambiguously. So I just want you guys to know why we are still here and why this might drag on a little bit. They may not be happy about what we are doing, but they are not meant to be happy when they are oppressing the majority of their countrymen and women, when they are protecting regimes that are bringing about hardship, hunger, oppression, and the suppression of voices who are asking simple, fundamental questions of nationhood. If they are questioning and attacking people who ask that their dignities be preserved, or in cases where they have lost their dignities, that they be preserved or restored. That is all we are asking for in this country called Nigeria. And we are not the first set of people who have found ourselves in this situation and ask difficult questions. People before us have asked these questions and have suffered same fate. Probably you guys are aware that Martin Luther King Jr., when he was doing a book signing at the bookshop in Harlem, was stabbed close to his heart by someone they called a deranged woman. He almost died. But he survived at that point. Eventually, he still had to move. What you are seeing here is a mixture of cocktail of strategies used by the Nigerian state and other rogue states before it, and those ones are in existence now, to suppress people who do not allow them to carry out large-scale oppression and suppression of voices in their country. We are doing it peacefully, and we'll continue to do it peacefully. We don't have any other means. The most powerful weapon we have is our conscience. My conscience is my most powerful weapon, and I will never surrender and allow this to discourage or any other thing to discourage me. Under the military, when Babangida was in power, I was detained several times. I was expelled from the University of Lagos twice, but eventually the military was forced out of power. And Babangida today is practically wheelchair bound. The people who used to defend him in those days have all retired from the police and the armed forces. Some of them have died, but this country has continued. And when they left, we had the worst in the military. That was Sani Abacha. I cannot say that Sani Abacha is the worst. I think Buhari is the worst in the military. We were only lucky that he did not last longer than he lasted as a military head of state. But he has come back as the same brutal human being in a civilian uniform. And look at what he's doing to this country.
This appeared to not even appear. This is a targeted attack.
I was targeted. I knew they came last time. I knew the people that did it, and you can see what they did. They had instructions that when they come, they will allow them in, and I will not be allowed to go in. And the security men here, the DSS men here, were pushing me out back to them.
Okay, so sir, were you happy with the arrest of the hoodlums?
That arrest you saw is a facade. No arrest was made. They just trying to demonstrate some form of arrest because journalists here went into outrage. They probably have released them. If you go to their station now, they will have replaced them with, these are their own people. These are the people they use for this kind of jobs. They did this
why
to...
Why you? Why
they have always been targeting me directly since I started calling for revolution in 2019 in particular. That's the most recent period of targeted attack by the state. This is not the first time the state will do this to me. Right inside this courtroom, the DSS, the lawless DSS, sent their agents to abduct me before a judge because they said I made some statement after I was granted bail. I was abducted in front of a judge. The judge ran away. She lost her shoe and her wig inside the courtroom. That's Justice Ijoma Ojukwu. I was returned back to the DSS headquarters and spent another 18 days after I had been granted bail. Before that bail was respected, I spent another 1 month in detention. As a whole, I spent 5 months in DSS detention for calling for the right to have a better country. So this is not new. After I was released, it was the reason they deliberately restricted me to Abuja, so that I will be vulnerable to this kind of attacks. And when they discovered that I haven't been that vulnerable, when they saw me one night in January of between December 31st of 2020 and January 1st of 2021, the police